I denna intervju möter Willgert Rysslands ambassadör i Sverige, Sergej Baljajev, för att diskutera Rysslands syn på vägen mot fred i Ukraina. Vilka var de verkliga resultaten från Alaska-mötet mellan presidenterna Putin och Trump i augusti 2025? Och varför ställdes det planerade uppföljningsmötet i Budapest in? Varför avslutades Alaska-samtalen i förtid utan den planerade lunchen? Ur Moskvas perspektiv, hur bör de frysta ryska tillgångarna i Europa hanteras? Och vad gäller de europeiska tillgångarna som är frysta i Ryssland? Inte minst Rysslandsfonderna som blev värdelösa.
God dag.
Good dag. I think this is our fourth meeting here. And I think it has been very interesting. And I have got some quite interesting feedback also for these earlier interviews. And this time my interest is regarding the peace process and what has happened after Alaska meeting. And also regarding the sanctions, and there has been some quite hard reaction from Russia on the latest sanctions from US, and also the assets, the Russian assets that has been threats to take over from Europe, and also Russia has launched some new weapons that it would be interesting to hear your view on these. But if we start with the peace process, overall, could you say that we are coming closer to a peace compared with the last meeting, or are we coming more far away from a peace situation?
We are still working about the possible development and achievement of peace solution. And if you see the latest interviews, for example, of our minister, you will see that we do confirm that we have with the Americans dialogue on this issue. Americans had presented for us some draft solutions. It was adopted.
Yeah.
The presidents spoke about this in Alaska, and our president confirmed that we are ready to work on this basis, and checked with President Trump whether these or these points are really true. He received confirmation. Then it was decided that we need some fine-tuning, and then we can move forward. So we are still in this position.
It's extremely important what you say here, because in the Alaska meeting it was very positive attitudes between Trump and Putin, and there was the red mat and a lot of interesting conversation. And what you say here is that actually the proposal from US handed over by Steve Witkoff, was accepted by Russia and by Putin in that meeting.
Yes, it was confirmed that we are ready to work on the basis of this proposal.
It had to be fine-tuned, of course, but the general principle was accepted by Russia.
Yes, and it was confirmed both by our Minister Lavrov and by our President.
Because when I read about this, I get two messages. One has been that Putin had forwarded some strong requirements that US could not accept, and also what you say here that in principle Russia accepted the proposal from US. So it had to be fine-tuned, and was the meeting in Budapest planned to just finalize and end this fine-tuning and have a full agreement on the way forward?
Well, the meeting in Budapest was agreed so that first our foreign ministers will meet, and work together. And there were some contacts and telephone conversation between our Minister Lavrov and the American State Secretary. And actually, we are on the same positions with the Americans, because if you see what do they say, President Trump says that he wants a meeting when it will be possible to make some decisions.
Yeah.
Actually, it is our position from the very, very beginning that from our point of view, meeting of the presidents summit is in time when we can solve some decisions. When we speak about the details, when we are developing this fine-tuning, it is a job of the delegations.
So, but now this meeting was postponed by USA. The meeting in Budapest was postponed, and I guess that indicates that it's not a fine-tuning process going on now. Or what do you say? Is it still in the fine-tuning stage, or has the attitude from Europe and Ukraine and maybe some American neocons and so, has that force been so strong that the whole process has stalled?
Yeah, we see that the European countries and the Ukraine try to press the Americans, President Trump, to convince him that there should be no final decision, that the war should continue, that West should achieve military, political, economical victory over Russia, to defeat Russia. So, of course, this pressure is rather strong. So at the same time, we see a great difference in the positions between the European countries and the United States. Because the United States base their position on national interests. They do understand that there are interests of America. Other countries also have their own interests. And they do understand very well that there should be a dialogue, because in spite of the fact that positions are different, we are not able to let us receive a clash between superpowers. We should try to solve the problems, taking into account all views, all interests.
Yeah.
And it means that we should keep open negotiations, contacts, dialogue. The position of the Europeans is that there should be no dialogue. Actually, how can you achieve something without speaking?
Well, what is your view regarding this? When you say it's from Europe, it's about defeating Russia, and that has been something that has you mentioned last time that there has been several attempts over the 1,000 years. Which party would you say in Europe has the strongest interest in defeating Russia and to stop this peace process?
Well, the European countries are, I suppose, too deep now in support of Ukraine and spent too much money of their taxpayers for this issue. And every day we hear from the Europeans that let's wait a little bit more and the economy of Russia will collapse. So the economy of Russia is collapsing now for almost 4 years, and still is there, still is working.
Yeah.
At the same time, we see very big difficulties in economic development of Europe and European countries. I will not speak about Sweden, of course, but because I may be accused to interfere into Swedish domestic politics, I do not want this, of course. Let's see what is happening in Germany. In German, for example, automobile business, automobile industry. How the production is reducing, how factories are actually closing and people get unemployed in a great mass. So it is a very difficult economic, social problem for European countries. And I do understand very well that the European governments are not able to admit that their politics towards Russia actually led to this very difficult situation for their own population.
Okay, so you mean the problem in Germany, you can connect that to Nord Stream, for instance, and the lack of energy, and they don't want to admit that this is a part of the result.
Not only lack of energy. You know, there was a international cooperation that linked very many economic factors between them. Now all this international system is ruined. Let's not speak about this Nord Stream pipeline. It's quite obvious. Look at western, eastern and northern regions of Finland that actually lived on cooperation with Russia. Now they are in extremely difficult position.
So we are losing, but I guess Russia is also losing on this changed trade conditions and so.
Yes, of course, Russia is also losing, but at the same time, first we are working rather efficiently to develop cooperation with Asia, Africa, Latin America. We have very good developed connections now with China, India, Vietnam, some other countries. So we are able to develop our trade and cooperation outside Europe first. Second, we managed to develop our domestic production, domestic industry in many spheres that before was occupied by some industrial giants from outside. I mean, for example, food industry, agriculture. They received great impulse in Russia. And for them it was actually history of success during last years.
So you don't agree to the view that Russia has a big economic problem today?
Any country has economic problems, but if you watch Russian economy, it is not going down, it is going up. And
the GDP.
The GDP, yes. The GDP, and what is extremely important, it didn't begin with the special military operation in Ukraine. It was a strategic course of our government before. You know that many people, many experts do think that Russia lives only on energy.
Yeah.
And the case is that we have in our economic analysis at least two dimensions.
Yeah.
We analyze our economy and its development, including energy and energy production and energy trade, and then so-called economy without energy sector.
Okay, so you have figures on both with and without energy.
Yes, and this economy without energy sector, it is growing all the time, even more rapidly that economic development of the country in a whole.
How large percentage of the total economy is the energy sector, would you say?
It is difficult
or the oil
to say
sector,
now.
Oil and gas.
It is rather difficult to say now for me what is the percentage of oil and gas industry. I don't remember the last figures, but the growth of GDP as in the whole is about 6-7%.
But isn't 6-7%, isn't that corresponding to the part of the GDP that is related to the war? So actually this growth of the GDP is coming out from the war with Ukraine. So, I mean, that is not something that the Russian people will have so much good from, so to say. Or what do you think about that?
Well, I think that there is no lack of any products in Russia nowadays. And this growth, it is not actually connected with military industry, because it is not as much as it could have influence on this development of the country. Moreover, we should understand very well one more feature of Russian society. Usually, and it was confirmed many times in our history, Russian people are ready to cut their consumption, to really pay, so to say, for security of the country. Now, for this period of time, it is not necessary.
Okay.
So but such readiness in Russian society always was and still is.
But so far, you mean the Russian people, the people of the Russian Federation, has not really suffered from the war in Ukraine? With
well, of course, they suffer because there are a lot of people in the front. There are a lot of regions in Russia that are affected, especially those that are near the Ukrainian border, Kursk, Belgorod. But if you take Russia as a whole, in Moscow, in St. Petersburg, in Vladivostok, life is normal. It is not a wartime life.
But are you coming closer to the point where the war is starting to hurt Russia, so that you really want to come to a peace situation? Are we coming closer to that point now, you think?
Well, first, we are not coming closer to the situations that war should affect the whole country. Second, if you think that it is possible to push Russia to something threatening Russians, you're wrong.
You mean it will have the opposite effect?
It will,
because the people.
It will have the opposite effect.
Okay, so that people will stand behind the government and the President Putin if under pressure, too high pressure.
We have a very long tradition of such things. That even in the empire period of life, and actually during the Soviet Union as well, even people may be of different opinions. They may support the Tsar or the government, but if there is a real threat, you say support Putin or support government. Of course, President Putin now is very popular in Russia. He enjoys regular about 80% of support among the population.
And you can rely on this.
Yes, you can rely on this. But in Russia, we have a very great tradition that people support motherland, not government, not Tsar or emperor, but motherland. And if there is a real threat to motherland, people are united.
And when you say motherland, is that a certain part of the federation, or what is motherland, so to say?
Motherland is Russia.
It's Russia, the complete Russian Federation.
The complete Russian Federation, because we have a lot of nationalities in the country. We have Russians, Ukrainians living in our country, Jews, Chechens. We have almost a little bit less than 200 different nationalities. But in spite of the fact that we are Russian, Chechen, Tatar, Jew, every one of us is Russian. Russian because we live in Russia. And we consider Russia to be our motherland. Try to understand the situation. You remember that 25 years ago, we had a very difficult war in Caucasus, in Chechnya. Now, Chechen Republic is one of the most patriotic places in our country, and Chechens are one of the best fighters in Russian army.
In Ukraine, and they also have some experience.
Not only in Ukraine, they served also in Syria, for example.
Okay,
so they are Chechens, but they consider Russia to be their big motherland.
But if you say the threat regarding economy is not so strong. But on the other hand, when the USA and Donald Trump threatened with sanctions, or have already started these sanctions a few days ago, both Medvedev and Putin was quite strong, and they said, I think Putin said it's a hostile action, and Medvedev said it's a war action. So I mean, they found this sanction very bad for Russia, or why did they react so strong?
Well, some sanctions are developing all the time against Russia. And of course, it is a very unpleasant issue, and it is affecting economy also. But at the same time, do remember the Soviet period of time. Actually, we used to live under sanctions all our history.
Okay.
Because we had sanctions against the Soviet Union because Soviet Union didn't let Jewish people to go to Israel, for example. Then there was a democratic development, and all who wanted received the possibility to leave the country and to go to Israel. But sanctions still existed.
But
so we do understand how it
you are
works.
used to this.
Yes.
But I heard when you said about leaving Russia, there should be some restrictions in getting visa for going into Europe. Is that correct?
Europeans all the time speak about restrictions against Russian citizens.
I understood this was from Russia, so you should not be able to leave Russia for Europe.
Why not?
That was my understanding.
You're free to go anywhere.
So every Russian people can leave Russia for any other country.
Yes. Any Russian people may leave Russia to any other country. The case is that, for example, Europeans speak that they should stop Russian tourism to Europe, for example. And we all the time hear that there should not be granted visas for Russians.
So it was from Europe, you mean?
Yes, there should be some extra demands for, medical insurances and so on and so forth. Then, of course, it is rather difficult to travel from Russia to Europe nowadays because of the transport links.
Yeah, it's difficult.
Yes, but actually, any person who wants is free to travel anywhere.
It could be a misunderstanding. But let's go back to the Alaska situation and the peace agreement that you say that this was accepted by Russia and it was proposed from the United States and Steve Witkoff, and it should just be fine-tuned. It had halted since Europe and Ukraine came into the discussion, and they did not accept this. So could you say this peace agreement that was accepted by Russia and proposed by USA, can you say what that included?
Well, while negotiations and the process are going on, it is not the right thing to speak about the details. And as I understand, in principle, we do confirm that we have some basis to work, but we do not speak publicly about what does it mean. What is a public position, and what I can confirm is what our Russian view on the basis of the possible solution, and we spoke about
so it's the same times. That we have discussed.
So it's the same, and it doesn't change.
And there is no peacekeeping forces from NATO in Ukraine, for instance. That is one strong requirement I understood from Russia.
Well, there is, as I understand now, peacekeeping forces, and nobody is willing to go to Ukraine, at least now, as I understand. What will be future organization? It is matter of discussions. And, I can say that when there was negotiations between, Russia and the United States on peacekeeping operation in Kosovo in 1999, it was an extremely difficult process, and the attitudes changed a lot from both sides. Several times, and of course during the negotiations you have to see what is a possible result, how it is possible to achieve the solution that first is suitable for everybody, and second will be a stable solution.
Yeah.
Because if interests of one side are damaged, it will not be a permanent solution for a long period of time.
And it sounds as in this case, as Russia has accepted the U.S. proposal, and when this was discussed with Zelensky and the European leaders, it was halted. And who are these four parties, Russia, US, Ukraine, and EU, if we say so, are these the four parties that has to sign the agreement, or who will sign the agreement in the end?
It is a big question, and I do not have now an answer to this, because it's quite clear that it should be a solution between Russia and the Ukraine. But for example, with whom we will sign the treaty in Ukraine, Mr. Zelensky is not now a president, so to say, because the Ukrainian constitution do not have any possibility to prolong the powers of the president. He is, so to say, acting chief of the administration. But what will be his powers at the moment of signing? And what will be attitude of the Ukraine? Will they say another day that, well, you signed some paper, but who is the guy that signed it?
Yeah.
Nobody.
So this is a problem, really.
This is a problem.
And during this...
And the second, of course, it is quite possible and necessary that at least, maybe United States or European countries will guarantee something. But we have seen that, some European countries guaranteed Minsk agreements, guaranteed agreement between president and the opposition in Ukraine in 2013. And what was the value of these guarantees?
Yeah. So we have this problem of the signing parties, actually, and the main problem is perhaps the signing party for Ukraine. And
well, first we should achieve a result, and I suppose this issue of, so to say, powers is the next stage.
So during these problems, it's actually we have first the problem of finding the peace agreement, but then also who is signing and with which authority. And during this situation, the war continues. Or what is your view? Are you moving your positions forward today, or what is the situation? And how much? And how long will this take?
Well, who knows how long will this take? But if you watch the Ukrainian position, they all the time speak about possibility of develop their airspace security, air defense systems, receiving long-range weapons to make strikes deep into Russian territory. But they very carefully avoid speaking about the situation in Donbass on the front line. Why? Because it is not favorable for them. I really spoke about this even during our first meeting at the beginning of the year, that at the front line, Russia is all the time moving forward, slowly. It sometimes several hundred meters, sometimes several kilometers, but
in a day.
If you watch news, actually every day we receive news that this or this town or village is moved under the Russian troops' control. So Russia is moving forward all the time. It is a very slow process because we want to prevent casualties. So
on both sides, or just on the Russian side?
Well, on the Russian side, we are. We think first of all about our military people, and that's why our commanders are extremely careful there.
What do you say? Are you still working in the Russian-speaking areas? So when you move the front forward, is that you take a larger and larger part of the areas that you consider to be Russian, so to say, with the Russian-speaking population?
Not only.
No?
Not only.
Is it to have a trade possibility, or why?
We are moving in Russian-speaking territories that, according to the constitution, now belong to Russia, as the population voted to become a part of Russia. At the same time, there is some movement in other regions because after the Ukrainians' attack on our territory, Kursk region, we understood that we should have a security zone.
Okay.
It doesn't mean that this zone will be included into Russian Federation. I suppose it will be. But it will be an issue of a future process. But now some territories near Russian border are under control of our troops, so that we can secure that there will be no attack of the Ukrainian forces.
But that must require quite long distance if you really should secure that, because some weapons have a long range. So how long is this security zone? How wide is it?
Well, it's issue and question to military people. But of course, you're not in a position to secure your territory against long-range missiles that can cover hundreds of kilometers or something like this. It means that, of course, there are always some risks. And it means more, as I understand, conventional weapons. That there is no threat of ground attacking.
So is it with the grenades and so maybe 30-40 kilometers or in that range, or what would you say?
Well, I'm not a military expert.
No.
So it is. Yes,
but it's not just 1 kilometer. It's maybe 40 kilometers or 50 kilometers.
It's not. Of course, 1 kilometer. But how deep this security zone should be, the conclusion belongs, of course, to military experts.
And it depends also on what kind of nature and what kind of buildings and
yes, landscape or geographical specialities of the place.
Yeah. But has this been a part of the peace agreement as you see it? So far, but that was proposed by US, that it should include also this security area.
This is the details that should be discussed.
The population in the areas that you have taken, that you consider to be Russia and also Russian speaking, what is their view on this today? Are they welcoming the Russian troops, or are they opposite?
Even before the special military operation, when the present Ukrainian government began to fight against everything Russian, and Russian language, Russian culture, Russian church, was prohibited in the Ukraine. Mr. Zelensky said that, well, Russian-speaking people, they are not humans, they are beings. And if they want to secure life of their children, grandchildren, they should get out to Russia, get out from Ukraine. So people in the eastern parts of Ukraine decided to get out from Ukraine to Russia. But why someone thought that they just should go away from the places they lived and their grandparents lived for centuries. They are not migrants who came to these territories several years ago. They live on these territories for centuries. And people really decided to change and to ask Russia to take them. And if the Ukrainians speak about territories, we really speak about people, about rights of people, about security of people. And the population on these territories here is more than 6 million people.
But are they still in favor of this situation where Russia is moving forward? Are they still on the Russian side, so to say, and have all the people that do not feel they belong to the Russian people, have they already moved out from this area? Or what is the situation with the people today? Because this has been going on for so many years now, and maybe they have changed their mind, or
Well, as we see the situation, they didn't change their mind.
Are they still in favor of this operation?
Many people moved to Russia, to Russian inner territories, escaping from the war. But these territories are still have a lot of Russian-speaking population, and even those territories of these regions that was under the Ukrainian control, when Ukrainians try to move population out of these territories, when Russian troops are coming closer.
All population, including Russian?
All population, including Russian. Well, actually, there is no Ukrainian population. There is Russians and Russian-speaking people.
In this area, you mean?
People mostly do not want to leave.
Are they fighting together with the Russian troops? Are they included in the Russian troops?
Many of them are fighting in Russian army.
Swebb TV har ju inget stöd från mediemyndigheten och de säger ju att Swebb TV har ingen nyhetsverksamhet. Vi tycker ju att vi har det trots allt.
Många av våra lyssnare tycker nog också att vi har ett ganska bra nyhetsvärde.
Du bidrar bäst genom att bli premiummedlem eller swisha till 123 535 8692 eller donera med kontokort på vår hemsida.
Pollen, damm och väderomslag kan orsaka tryck i bihålor, trötthet och irritation i luftvägarna. Quercetin förekommer naturligt i lök, äpplen och bär och kan mildra dessa besvär samt bidra till bättre cirkulation utan att göra dig trött. Finns på butik.swebtv.se.
So your view is that they still are in favor of this changed border and the peace agreement that US has proposed.
Our view is that the most part of people living on these territories, they do not see their future within the Ukrainian state. It was possible to solve the situation according to the Minsk agreements. At this stage, it was still possible. Now it is already too late. People do not see future of their children and their families within the Ukrainian state.
What is the situation for these people? All when the war is going on there, can they live their life more or less normal, or is it a situation where their life is very difficult to live?
Of course, it is difficult to live near the battlefield, but in many places and many cities and so to say new territories in Donbass, construction is going on. So at the same time we build cities, we repair buildings, we develop social services, and people on these territories, they have the same situation, the same care, same rights as any other citizen of Russian Federation.
If I go back to the Alaska meeting again, because it seems to be very important.
Alaska.
Yeah, thank you. What really happened there is extremely interesting and important to understand, I think, because in principle, U.S. was and Russia agreed on the outline of this agreement, and the following meeting has been postponed so far, but also it has been said that this meeting was ended far too early. That it should have included a lunch and other things, but suddenly the meeting was broken and stopped. I got an information here that there was a document leak in this Alaska meeting. There was a planning for this lunch with a lot of details how the people should sit and which people should appear, and also even the phone numbers of the staffs. So it was a very detailed document about this lunch. And it has been speculated that the leak of this document was one reason why the lunch was not held. Another speculation has been that the reason for that the lunch was not held was because that Putin put some very strong requirements that Trump could not accept. What is your view? Why was this lunch not held?
Well, I was not there in Alaska. That's why I'm not able to speak for sure. But first, both Russian and American presidents are very effective persons, and our president do not like some just protocol meetings held for nothing.
But this is not nothing. I mean, it's a peace agreement for a war that has been going on for many years now.
Does it mean that the presidents discussed all the issues and understood each other during the negotiations? And actually, there was no agenda for speaking during the lunch. But if it is, and then both Putin and Trump could see that it is not necessary just to lose time. But the second issue, it's rather interesting, information about this leak of some security documents. Because if it really happened, it really means that the scenario of the plans should be changed. And it's a very strict rule, as I understand, in many countries and in America as well, that if timetable of the president and some details of the presidential program can come to someone's knowledge who should not know this. It's a very serious thing that can affect the program, and from the security point of view, there should be changes.
I think this document was discovered by someone at the hotel at about 9 o'clock in the morning, and it detailed the menu with salad and filet mignon and halibut Olympia, creme brulee, etc. Quite detailed, and also who should participate and exactly how they should sit, and all the timing and everything. So,
of course, I am not able to comment the present situation and how now are working all structures who are connected to the presidential level. But in 1992, I worked in Helsinki and I participated in some arrangements of OSCE summit in Helsinki. From our side, President Yeltsin was there and participated in the situation. I will not open, of course, the details, but we had so to say, strong feeling that the speech prepared for President Yeltsin might be seen from someone outside the delegation. And we had, in a very short time, actually in one night, to write the new speech to the president.
Yeah, so
it was his own demand.
Yeah, so the as it has been has been disclosed, it has to be changed. So, what do you think with your experience? If it says here that the lunch, along with an extended meeting and a longer press conference, was abruptly scrapped after the initial talks and brief joint press event, because you mentioned earlier that this peace proposal the parties went through it, and Russia confirmed that it was okay for each point, and also US confirmed that. So both parties were standing behind this, and suddenly this was the later part of the meeting was cancelled and no lunch. So if the parties agreed, wouldn't it be very natural that you celebrate this with a lunch together in any case after several years of discussions?
Well, in our political culture, we do not just celebrate and
not even a peace agreement.
Speak some meaningless things. It was not a peace agreement. It was a negotiation, and
an outline.
Two presidents confirmed actually that they understand this basis in equal way. And as I understand, it was done during negotiations. So the agenda of the meeting was already fulfilled.
Okay, so then we better go home.
And then presidents are masters of their time and timetable. Yeah. If they see that they need to continue their work, I, as interpreter, participated in many meetings on the presidential level. And I can say that if needed, discussions may last many hours and go even up to the night hours. I had experience when negotiations were closed at 2 o'clock, well, in the morning or in night, difficult to say.
Yeah.
But again, it is quite possible that we plan negotiations for several hours, but then all work is done within 2 hours, for example.
Yeah,
and so then it's up to presidents to decide.
So they could just felt that we are ready now. We better go back. So that is one possibility. It's
one possibility. Yes.
But you have not understand the possibility that Russia had put forward some very strong agreements that could not be been accepted by US, and that Trump cancelled the rest of the meeting due to opposite opinions.
Well, after the meeting in Anchorage, both sides confirmed that they had understanding.
Yeah. The meeting was fruitful.
The meeting was fruitful.
Yeah, that's true. Okay, we have to end this this interview quite soon, but I think I would like to ask you about what will happen now, because as we speak now, the war is going on, and it may be so, as you said, that Russia is moving forward a little bit, and maybe sometimes Russia has to go back a little bit. But the fight is going on, and there is a lot of efforts in this. And what has happened now is that Sweden is offering aircrafts to Ukraine, maybe not within the next years. It will have to take some time, and it will need some money. And it has been proposed to take these Russian assets. And I guess we don't have the time to discuss that now. But do you have any overall view on this? If Sweden supply Ukraine with aircraft, with existing Gripen aircraft, with also some personnel, what does that mean? Will that mean that Sweden is a part of the war, or can we just work as a weapon supplier, also with some personnel maybe? But
well, it depends on the situation in which this program will be fulfilled. Because as I understand, the supplies might begin within 3 years, and both Ukrainian side and Swedish side spoke that this is not supplies of weapons for now. It's part of possible security guarantees
after the war.
Again, this supply will need a great amount of money. And as I understand, Sweden is not ready just to give a gift to the Ukraine.
Not today, at least, it sounds.
Yes, Saab is dreaming to earn money on this, as we understand. And how and when Europeans and Sweden and Ukraine can find such amount of money is a great and interesting question. Of course, we are watching this discussion in Europe, how to, beg my pardon, steal Russian money frozen
It's
in the European Union.
$300 billion, euro, I think, in that order.
A little bit less, I suppose.
Okay.
It was,
but it's quite a lot of money. Yeah,
it's quite a lot of money. It's about 200 and something.
Okay.
$230 billion that are frozen, first of all, in Belgium and European funds. And this issue, of course, have at least 3 dimensions. First, it is direct illegal robbery, when you just take someone's money. If you speak about sanctions and payments for Ukraine from Russia, may I mention that usually if you demand so-called reparations, it means that you achieved a military victory and the other side is totally down. There is no military victory, and I suppose there will no such victory in future, because it is not possible to defeat a nuclear superpower. It is not possible to defeat Russia.
No,
but it is not possible to defeat a nuclear superpower. Let's remember this. At the same time, you should remember that there are some European money, European actives in Russia as well. They are also frozen. And I'm quite sure that we will conduct a principle of reciprocity towards this funds.
Could it be the same amount, you think? About the same amount?
I found figures, at least our former Vice President Medvedev in his account mentions that it is about 232 billion euros. So actually it's the same.
But there has been a lot of Swedes that has pension funds investing in Russia, the so-called Russia funds. And when the war started, this became quite worthless. Do you have an idea, are these funds part of the money you mentioned? And can they be returned one day?
Well, maybe. I don't know the details, but we didn't begin this. First, our funds were frozen in Europe. Then all European funds were frozen in Russia.
So
I suppose that
as a result of this frozen Russian money?
Yes.
So you mean this?
So this future of these funds is in the hands of European politicians. If Russian funds will be returned to Russia, European funds will return to Europeans.
Okay.
And then the third dimension is there are a lot of investors outside Europe who very carefully watch the situation, and they will do their own conclusions.
Yeah.
And Europe, in the case when such investors will understand that European market is not a secure place for them, Europe will lose a lot of money, for example, from Arab countries.
Yeah, I guess that's why the Prime Minister of Belgium was very negative to this, because the Euroclear is situated in Belgium.
Yes.
But if I go back to this Swedish savers that had some money in the Russian funds, do you have any idea if you say that this has been frozen, and if they will be returned, will there be any money left, or had the companies invested in disappeared, or is there any information for these people that you have?
No, I do not have detailed information because we can really speak about the frozen European actives in Russia. What is this money, the structure of these funds? It's not public information, of course. And of course, we can speak about if it was investments in some actions. We can speak about the situation with these actions only when all this crisis is over.
Okay.
Because maybe the companies which was invested in, maybe they are now richer, or maybe they do not exist at all.
Yeah, it will be interesting to see on that day. We should, as I mentioned, we have to end quite soon, but before we do that, I would like you to comment the weapons that has been presented by Russia. And I heard from someone that Putin some years ago, I think it is maybe 7-8 years ago, declared that Russia should invest a lot of building the military weapon capability. And earlier, I think it was last year, you demonstrated the use of Oreshnik, which is a supersonic missile in Ukraine that created quite a lot of damage, and I've been told that there is no weapon against it, so it's very difficult to defeat. But there is some new weapons also. The
Burevestnik, yes.
Burevestnik, that is a nuclear-powered missile that can stay in the air for quite a long time, but it can also go extremely long on a low level. Normal missiles, they cannot go so long on a low level above the ground because the fuel will run out of fuel. But with this nuclear-driven weapon, you can go very long. What is your view on this? And also this third weapon, which is Poseidon, that can carry very large nuclear bombs under the water to create big waves that could be damaging a city close to the coast. Will this you say we cannot defeat Russia? Why do you need this weapon?
If we want to speak about technical characteristics of weapons, it's an issue of military experts. And of course, we as politicians and diplomats should understand that new types of weapons are developed in Russia and in NATO countries. And of course, it would be a great mistake to think that, Russians are an underdeveloped country and people who have just some ancient rifles. Russia has rather modern technology and well-developed industry. But the politicians should think about other issues. There will be always development of some technical points, weapons, but in principle, we should understand very well, both in Russia and in Europe and in the United States, that we are living now in the period of weapons of mass destruction, nuclear weapons. And we are not able to afford ourselves to develop our contradictions to the level of open conflict. Because in a nuclear war, there will be no winners. When one side will decide that it can win a nuclear war, it will be a final point for the whole mankind. And understanding of this kept us in stable position during decades when Soviet Union and the United States were opposing each other. Socialist system and capitalist countries opposed each other. But just the understanding of this very fact that there is no use to conduct a global war with nuclear weapons, because we all will die.
But you already have, I think it was 5,000
warheads.
Warheads, exactly. And I think US has about the same. I think perhaps we could put on a picture of this, but it's about 5,000 each. You're on the same amount, I would say. Isn't this enough? Do you need these more new weapons? Or what can you do with this? could you do something that will not trigger a nuclear war? That will not, or how do you have any idea of how should the tactic for this kind of weapon be used? Can it be used without escalating to a nuclear war? Mass destruction.
Well, tactic is issue of military people. And of course, any weapon, any technical device, you can use in many different ways. And it depends on the warhead. It depends on what type of, the missiles as itself, it is not a weapon.
Okay, so you can use this also without using nuclear warheads.
Actually, yes.
Yeah. So it can be used, so to say, more in conventional wars also, which it has been in Ukraine.
Very, very dangerous thing, we speak about weapons from the, political point of view, is that if and when you use missiles that can carry also nuclear warheads, you never know what they bring. If there will be a launch of such a weapon, how can you understand whether it is carrying a normal warhead, dynamite or an explosion, yes, or nuclear warhead?
And now Donald Trump declared that U.S. should start making bomb tests again, nuclear bomb tests. So, what do you think? Are there forces in Europe or in Russia or in anywhere in the world that would like to see a nuclear war starting?
It's if there will be nuclear tests, we will be back in the period of dangerous escalation of the situation. But hopefully everybody in Europe, in the United States, and in Russia as well, understand that we should have a possibility to defend ourselves, of course. But we should all understand that we cannot afford ourselves to have a nuclear war. Because it will be the end to mankind.
That has been a widespread understanding, I would say. And I would say that this politics we have had with a terror balance, it has been working so far. But can you really be sure about that in the future? That is it really for sure that no one can gain from a nuclear war?
We did understand this decades ago that the nuclear war will damage our planet so much that it will be impossible to live on it. And now I don't want even to go into details. In our age, we are supposed both remember what is a nuclear winter, for example.
Yeah. So let's see now what will happen here, and then I guess the first step is to make peace in Ukraine, at least, so we don't have an escalating situation. But actually, there are some quite strong voices in different countries that says that we must defeat Russia, as you said earlier. But what you say here is that will end with a nuclear war, more or less.
Well, if you speak that you want to defeat Russia, well, you first of all should examine very carefully the history, and then you have to think, well, how you will be able to defeat Russia.
Yeah.
Russia is a very big country with a very great potential, and it is not possible to just to defeat such a big and powerful country in by ordinary means.
Yeah. I think that was the questions I had. So thank you very much, Sergej Baljajev.
Thank you very much.
Here.
It is always interesting to speak with you.
Thank
you always have interesting questions.
That's good. Thank you. Have a nice weekend now.
Thank you very much. The same to you.
Du bidrar enklast genom Swish eller bankgiro. Eller bli gärna månadsgivare genom periodiska överföringar från ditt bankkonto till vårt bankkonto. Det är också möjligt att betala med kreditkort genom att trycka på knappen Donate på vår hemsida. Du hittar alla kontouppgifter längst ner på hemsidan swebtv.se. På vår hemsida kan du också anmäla dig för att få mejl. Vi använder vår mejllista endast för att informera om våra program och annat liknande.